forecast. Here's KATC Chief Meteorologist Rob Perillo.
Welcome back. Well, relatively benign forecast next couple of days, but we are going to be watching the Gulf of Mexico. It's June 1st, the official beginning of tropical hurricane season, and we already have a burgeoning tropical storm to track in the Gulf of Mexico. Right now, a depression, but as we look at the upper level pattern, we have this low that's down by the Yucatan, part of what we call the Central American gyre, big, large area of low pressure that will occasionally spawn tropical systems. It's already done that in the Pacific. Now it's doing that down toward the Bay of Campeche, and the wild card is this upper low is going to meander around, eventually drift off to the east, but probably not going to impact our system down to the south. More on that in just a little bit. So far for today, partly to mostly cloudy skies, few spotty showers, but a relatively benign pattern. No big thunderstorms out there today. You see those lighter showers earlier. They were mostly sprinkles, and most of the area relatively quiet this evening. Slight rain chances will continue. So here's the big picture, and again, we see the storms kind of erupting over the Yucatan today, while surface low pressure has just emerged into the eastern Bay of Campeche and the National Hurricane Center, feeling this is already a tropical depression and will likely become a tropical storm down the line. It's moving to the west-northwest at 7, but it's going to meander down here for days. Look at the forecast track. We have tropical storm warnings for the Mexican coastline. There's going to be some very heavy rains here through the end of the week. Look at this. This is only Thursday, and the low hasn't moved much over a period of several days. Then eventually we do think it's going to run northward with time, get into the central Gulf of Mexico, and this is the last day of the official forecast track. 60-mile-an-hour tropical storm with some real estate to intensify, but we're not sure if it's going to be an organized system. And two things could happen. We could have a system move back, maybe the tropical storm, move back into Central America, dissipate, and another area of low pressure develops. We'll show you that on the Euro model. Forecast spaghetti model is not too reliable, but anywhere across the central Gulf Coast, back to Texas, should watch this one. Here's the latest Euro, which, by the way, is very close to what the GFS is saying. A meandering system down here in the Bay of Campeche, perhaps dissipating, and then it looks like an area of low pressure redeveloping on that northwestern section of the Yucatan, moving northward and then maybe moving to the west. And both the GFS and the Euro are pretty much in lockstep with this. So even though we're a week out, we think this is certainly a possibility. So likely to become Tropical Storm Cristobal. System may meander for days and interact with land down the Bay of Campeche, and a secondary system or the same system may move northward with time. Tropical rains, elevated coastal tide threat for Louisiana perhaps Sunday into Tuesday. So here we go with the near-term forecast. Should be relatively quiet, maybe a passing shower or two tomorrow, but a day like today, hopefully a little bit more sunshine and quiet for drive time. So a quiet evening ahead, mild, humid, not much wind out there as well. Pretty still at night, 71 the low, 88 the high tomorrow. Slight chance of a passing shower. And we should see a better chance of at least scattered storms as we head into Wednesday as that upper level low moves by us. And then we'll keep rain chances through the end of the week and maybe lower them just before things get a little bit more interesting. And we will be watching the Gulf of Mexico for that potential tropical storm down the line. That's it for weather. We're going to go back over to Jim.